Okay, right now, more than 680,000 left without power, each of those numbers representing one customer and not the amount of people inside a home or building. So the actual number of those without power and heat could be well over 1 million. Nearly 120,000 of them are in Mississippi, and that's where Stormchaser Reed Timmer is live right now with us. Hey, Reed, what does it look like down there?
It looks like a war zone out here in Oxford, Mississippi, in terms of ice storms. You can see over 1 inch of ice accumulation out here. I can hear trees exploding in the distance, large branches that are falling down. I saw lightning out here as well with the freezing rain. And when I came into town last night in Oxford, the roads were an ice skating rink, semi-trucks trapped on the roads. I could see power flashes in the horizon, illuminating the whole entire sky as the power came out. And we've had about 1 inch of ice out here so far, and even more than that, and continues to come down very heavily, thunderstorms and freezing rain. And we've got a prominent warm nose just above the ground that's causing liquid water to fall into this sub-freezing layer, and the supercooled water is freezing on impact, and that includes the road surfaces, the power lines, the trees, and it is causing major problems out here. The roads are basically unpassable. You can see all the ice accumulated on the roads behind me, and I just heard a tree pop right back behind me there as well. So the branches are definitely coming down. I've seen trees that are falling on vehicles out here as well under the weight of the ice, and the freezing rain continues to hammer this region.
So you started out in Minneapolis around midnight on Friday and drove down to Oxford. What was that trip like, and where was the storm the worst?
It was a very long trip. The temperatures up in Minnesota were about 20 below, so I was looking for those exploding trees out there. The sap cools so quickly that it also creates a pop up there, but that was the Arctic air mass that is fueling this storm. And then I drove south and hit the first wave down in Kansas City. That was some decent snow, and I traveled all the way through the Ozarks, through Arkansas as well. It was snow and sleet gradually changing to freezing rain, and it got really bad yesterday evening as I dropped down into Mississippi, and we changed that precipitation type from snow and sleet over to pure freezing rain, and that's when I started to see the power explosions in the distance. The roads were very slippery. So the worst conditions are definitely right here in northern Mississippi and Oxford.
And it's only going to get worse as it stays in those frigid temperatures. Reed Timmer, thank you so much for joining us, and keep us posted.
No problem.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.